Hey, I'm Sarah Glover. I'm a chef and an outdoor enthusiast. I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite go-to breakfasts, and that is green eggs. What you're going to need is some sourdough bread, some kale. We've got some beautiful parsley, pesto, avocados, some halloumi, eggs, coconut oil, and some garlic. This dish is really quick and simple, but you just want to make sure your prep is done before you start cooking because it's going to fry really quickly. So when you're cooking over charcoal, you really want to light it and let it burn down for probably about 30 minutes before you start cooking on it. You're going to pop your frying pan on. You're going to knead it on there for about 5 minutes because you want this pan nice and hot. And the first thing we're going to pop in is some coconut oil. I like this recipe with coconut oil because I just I like the flavor of what the coconut oil brings to the dish. But if coconut's not really your thing, you can totally use extra virgin olive oil, or ghee is a great option. We're going to toss in some kale. I love using my hands when I cook. I'm not really one to chop a lot of things unless I have to. So just pull the kale apart. This is a great one that you can get your friends to do while they're waiting for breakfast to be cooked. I like it when the kale gets crispy, so I always pop mine in first. No one likes soggy greens. It's always a bit of a Debbie Downer. You can hear the kale starting to pop, which is awesome. So there's probably about 3 stalks of kale in there. You can obviously add a little bit more if you need some extra greens in your life. I'm just gonna grab the flat leaf parsley. I like flat leaf parsley over Italian because Italian parsley tends to have quite a strong flavor to it, and I just prefer it when it's a little bit more mild. We're gonna get our halloumi. Now, halloumi is kind of like a very salty, rubbery cheese, but when it's fried, it goes really nice and chewy. It adds just a really nice salty flavor into your breakfast dish. It can be a little hard to find at times in the US, but most artisan delis should have it. Otherwise, just ask about. It comes in a block, so I just slice my halloumi straight down like this. You want your halloumi to fry for a few minutes on one side, and you're going to flip it because you just want to get it golden brown before adding your eggs. So while that's frying, I'm just going to grab my sourdough bread. And I use extra virgin olive oil for this one. I just pop a little bit on either side of the bread. It helps to give it a nice bit of color while it cooks. Adds a bit more flavor in there. You just pop it around your frying pan, like so. A little bit of sea salt. I really love cooking with a sea salt, like a flaky sea salt. I like the flavor of it. It's not quite as strong as say like a kosher salt or like a table salt. You're going to get nice little crunchy bits from it as well in your dish. My halloumi is starting to get a little bit golden, which is perfect. And at this point, you're just going to flip it over. We're just going to make nice little, we're going to pop some garlic in. I nearly forgot. So pop in a little bit of garlic. Again, you don't have to put garlic in if it's not your thing, but as garlic cooks down, you're going to lose that strong kind of peppery flavor that it gives off. I'm just going to pop in some eggs. I guess this is a little bit like a SHAKSHUKA almost, which is like a nice big one pan of things, of dish. You're going to put in how many eggs you want. I'm going for maybe 5. So crack all your eggs in a pretty way around your dish. Maybe I'm going to go for 6. I lied. Maybe I need 7. Uneven number. A trick with doing eggs is, I know I just banked it on the side, but you should always do it off the dish in case you break some shell into whatever you're cooking. Just a little handy tip. So we're just going to dollop the pesto around the pan. Now the nice thing about pesto is that it's got parmesan in it, and oil. So as it cooks down, that parmesan's going to actually get nice and crispy in and around your eggs and give it some lovely flavor. You can put as little or as much as you like. Give it another little sprinkle of sea salt, particularly on top of those eggs. And check your bread, give it a flip over. While this is cooking down, we're going to prep our avocado. Again, it's optional. We're just going to go straight through the center of the avocado, and then we're going to twist it and pop it open. You got a nice avocado. The way to get your extra pit out is you get a knife and you carefully just whack it in the center and twist well, actually. There we go. These are a really nice ripe avocado. I wonder if they're Californian. Okay, we're gonna get our knife. We're just gonna score it. We're just gonna pop our spoon in around the edges of our avocado and scrape it out. Put some on our toasted bread, ready for our eggs and pesto. I love serving my breakfast straight off here, particularly when all my friends are around hanging out, because it's just a nice way to eat. You can just eat it straight off the bread, or you can get a plate if you want, or find a bit of driftwood, less dishes. Pop some avocado on. We're gonna grab a little bit of lemon, put a little bit on top of our avocado, add a little bit of acid. All right, our breakfast is ready and it's super easy to serve. This little spatula is great because it's kind of got like a bit of a sharper edge on it, so it makes it really easy to break little bits of cheese apart and wiggle. Just gonna use the sharp edge of it. I really like cooking utensils that can do multiple things, particularly when you're out in the wild cooking, because you ain't wanna carry a lot of this lugging stuff around. Is not very fun. All right, so we're gonna grab our little bit of green eggs with pesto. The nice thing about when you do it like this, it's really easy just to grab, you end up getting a little bit of everything. So you've got some halloumi in there, your egg, your pesto, your kale, on top of your yummy sourdough bread with avocado. You could eat it straight like this or on your plate. The real question is, how does it taste? All right. Mmm. Delicious. Okay. Enjoy.